Hello, hello, and welcome back for another mixed media menagerie. As you know, this is a collaboration between Laura, Nicole, and myself, and this month we have the lovely Michelle as our guest artist. I absolutely love her, and her link will be down in the description box below, so you can find out more about her and see her video down there. And for the month of April, we're going to be working with coffee or walnut ink, vintage colors, and a photo transfer. So hi, hey, how you doing? We are going to jump right in. We've got my little basket here. I've got my journal, some ephemera goodies. We're also going to work with these Sennelier. It's got a walnut ink, so we're going to use that. Some soft gel matte to do our transfer. And then I have some printed off ladies here. So let's jump into today's project. I had a little spill through from, I think it was like the first week, but I'm going to go ahead and, as I do every month, put a border with some masking tape around the outside edges. And now we're going to go ahead and choose, I think I'm going to go with this girl, and I'm going to cut her out. This is a laser print. It's been an extremely long time since I've done a photo transfer, so this could be dangerous, but we are just going to roll with it. And once I have her figured out where I want her on the page, I'm going to grab my soft gel and go ahead and just spread it out on the page, a little bit on that side because I know her shoulder's going to go over the page. I just want to make sure her head does not go in. And then we're going to go ahead and I got a little extra, whoops, there was some of the soft gel on there, but that's okay. I'm going to scrape off some of it and add it onto the other page to give us a little bit of dimension, but also some texture as well. And now I have an old card. This is actually a card from like this little arcade that my family loves to go to. Pinballs, it's so much fun. But anyways, I'm pushing out all of the bubbles and then we're gonna let that dry. And it does take a while, so be prepared for that. Once it's dry, I've got some water here and I'm gonna take just a paper towel, wet it, damp, and then I'm gonna rub my finger over all of it. And we're going to start pulling back that paper ever so gently. Throw on some Netflix or some music or whatever, because this process takes quite a while, but it will be worth it in the end. So once that has had some time to set, you can see there's still a little bit of white there. And now this is going to be round 2. I'm going to go back through and very carefully pull up a little bit more of that. And of course, I'll speed it up because who has time to sit and watch this entire process? Not me, that's for sure. I already did it once. So now that that is pretty much done, I'm going to cheat a little bit and take this Dorland's wax medium and put a little bit on it. This is going to cover up some of those little white bits that are left, but also create a resist. So when I put the next layer on, it's not going to stain her face or certain areas. So I'm just kind of rubbing that around and leaving those white areas because I want those to kind of take on some color. So as you can see, there we go. And now I've got my walnut ink, and I'm going to go ahead and just push this all around the page with a little bit of water on a paintbrush. Here is our vintage look. Now, not going to lie, this page did not come together as I anticipated, but that is okay because it's all part of the process. And while I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on right now? There was a lot of feelings and emotions that were coming up for me as I was creating this page. So now that I've got that dry, I'm going to bring in some Memento black ink, and there's those 2 dots that were in the middle. That was kind of a spill through from one of the other spreads, and I'm just going to take some black dots and move them around the page. And now I've got that Lyra pencil that came in the Menagerie Kit. I will have that link down in the description box below. I'm not sure if there's any left, but yeah, the link will be there just in case, where you could pick up your own Menagerie Kit and play along with us. It's got lots of goodies in it. So I'm just rubbing that around the page, and that's going to kind of pull that black and white color into the spread. And now I've got some pink because remember we had some of that pink bleed through as well. There's something about pink and brown and black. I kind of like that combo. So I'm just going to bring the pink in a little bit here, and then we'll bring it in a little more in a bit. So one of the bits of ephemera that was in the Menagerie Kit was this fun, like little kids writing. And I thought I would put my sentiment on there in like my best little kid, like inner child handwriting. which has been one of my favorite quotes recently. The only way out is forward. So yeah, I told you a lot of emotions were coming up. We're not going to get into the nitty gritty, but let's just say I'm geisha stepping my way back into the light of the world and feeling a little bit better about it. Yeah, it's not always easy. Like life is freaking hard, people. But we just got to keep doing our best and putting one foot in front of the other. And yeah, that is how we are going to make it out alive. Well, not really alive, but you know what I mean. So, okay, I'm back with the walnut ink and I'm going all over the spread with this and just darkening up some of those areas. It sort of reminded me of like woodwork and like she was emerging from the woodwork, kind of like your emotions come out of the woodwork all of a sudden, out of nowhere, shabam, no more wallflower. So that's what, yeah, that was kind of the idea around this. And she's just like bits and pieces and raw, and that's what I was feeling. So I have that pink pen again, and I'm just going around with that. And now I've got actually a stabilo to give a little bit more of the darkness in the corners there. But I'm bringing that pink back in, and I've got a pen here, and I love to get doodly. So I just wanted to add a couple little doodles and make it a little bit more, like not so serious, I guess. I don't know. But I love putting lines around my sentiment too. So that's what I was doing. And then I wanted to kind of like outline her hair just for fun. Give it just, like, again, bringing out my inner child. And I love doodling. So that is what I did. And once that was dry, I'm going to bring back that pencil or that marker again, the pink one. And it's just going to add, like, it's like a layer. It's just bringing in a little bit more of that pink. This spread, not fancy at all, super, super easy. We don't always have to like all of the artwork that we make, but I really truly believe that sometimes artwork just has to come out the way it comes out in order for us to move through those emotions. So that is, yeah, that is going to finish it up today. I'm going to go ahead and some of the ink was a little bit under the tape there. So I'm going to go ahead and peel off our border here. And then I have an X-Acto blade as well that I'm just going to kind of cut along the edges there very gently so that way I've got a good border. Now make sure that you check out Laura, Nicole, and Michelle's videos. The links will be down in the description box below. If you want to play along with us, use this hashtag and post your photos to Instagram, or if you have a video that you wanted to create, go ahead and put it here using those hashtags on YouTube, and we will have at the end of the month like a tag along where everybody can just click on that hashtag and see all of our work. So make sure to play along with us, give love to all of the artists, give love to yourself for sure in these hard times. Self-love is so important, and we gotta, put that air mask on ourselves to breathe before we can help somebody else. So on that note, and that is going to finish up today's video. So here is just the picture a little bit up close, raw, grungy, which I love. Always love me some grunge and that hint of pink. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Be sure to check out all of the amazing artists down in the description box below. Don't forget to play along with us. And until next time, happy creating.